Hey, y'all, and welcome back to Save the Day with Tara. I am a middle-aged wife living her middle-class life with a budget. I want to thank all of you guys for being here, new subscribers, old subscribers, and people just passing through. I want to thank you for stopping by to see what I have to offer. And what I want to offer you is a fun, low fund way to save, especially for my middle class folks who have the funds out there, but now you're realizing, hey, I got to pay off this debt, but I still want to save a little bit of money, or having fun saving towards those funds to put into those funds. Okay, that is what I am here for. I do it with zero-based budgeting, where every dollar has a place and it stays there. I don't touch it unless I have to, in addition to these fun savings challenges that are out there and the ones that I create. Okay, so let me tell you, that is it. And I have some things that I might do because I have like school, I have work, I have a lot of different things that, I might sit here and either show you or kind of talk about, especially on Sundays, which is my budget and stuff day. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm at this angle because I want to show y'all something, but I'm trying to give you a clue of what I have new to show you in my Etsy shop. There are two things I want to show you. The last thing I'm going to show you is going to be very, very exciting, at least for me. So let's go ahead and let me get this camera readjusted and get you guys back on here so we can start this. But this should be a hint to those lovers. You know what it is. Okay, guys, I am back. And so first we're going to start with this. This is my self-care challenge that will be in my Etsy shop later on Friday night. Especially after I get off from work. Just know, later on Friday night after I get off from work, guys, okay? But this is the new one for the month of March. It is Lucky in Love with Me. And one of the things I want to provide is a monthly self-care challenge when I can, when I have time to. And the reason is because while we're doing all this budgeting, guys, we really need to remember to take care of ourselves, okay? We have to remember to take care of ourselves, and sometimes we have to schedule that in. There's nothing wrong with scheduling it in. All right, so this works as a little calendar, and also it works as a task list for your self-care, self-love. All right, this has the theme of March, of course, with the spring and the green, St. Patty's and spring and blooming and stuff. Okay, and look at that. That matches. I didn't try that, but it did because I'm awesome. Anyway, so it is the first of the month. So it is the 1st of March now. And yes, I am already behind on what to do, but it is Friday, March 1st. So that's what this is. It's a whole calendar. It's not in any day specific, so that this can be reused on an annual basis. And that's what I plan to do. Once I make all 12 months, I plan to use this annually. So as you guys watch me, you'll always see this. And so anywho, the goal is to go over here to your self-care daily task or goal list, okay? And you're going to put a goal in. And what you're going to say is, every Sunday, I plan to do this. Every Monday, I plan to do this. And the reason is, 1, building habits, and 2, building habits, and 3, your schedule. You know your schedule better than what anybody else does. And for example, like me, on Mondays and Thursdays, those are my long days at work. They don't allow me to really do a lot of activity or anything when I get home because I live an hour away from where I work. So what I do is, I said, when I did last month, I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do for this month and going forward. I know on these days when I want to just enjoy a relaxing drive, especially after my long days of work, I'm going to just cut the world out, cut off my phone, and just listen to some music and just enjoy my cruise home. Literally probably drive a little slower, get home in an hour and a half, but enjoy it. So that's self-care. And on these days, once again, you're going to put whatever you feel like is, on Wednesdays, I know I can do this. I want to allot time to do this. I do have a couple of rules, which is, hey, and it's on the prior page. Don't, if it's greater than 30 minutes, really think about it, because my goal is for you to spend some time with yourself, loving on yourself, but don't make it so that it is not you can't accomplish it. Okay. One thing that I also added this month is, what is your main monthly goal? And so I'm going to have all this filled out, hopefully by today, and I am going to work on it today. But What is your, oh, y'all, I spelled Saturday wrong. Look at that. I'm going to have to go back and fix that for y'all. Just know that it's wrong on mine, but it won't be wrong on yours. Anyway, so what is your main monthly goal? Okay. What is your main monthly goal? I know for me, I really am trying. It's not even about me getting a summer body. It is about me getting a pre-menopause body. Because once you hit menopause, it's hard to lose weight. So my thing is, my main monthly goal is going to be consistently to move for at least 15 minutes a day without interruption. So 15 minutes of cardio at least a day. So anywho, and then we go back over here. There's 2 pages of inspirational quotes. So once again, 31 inspirational quotes for the month. And these quotes, once again, are to get you going, to inspire you. It's spring. You are building on you. That's what all of that represents. If you had seen my prior video talking about this, it is spring. It represents you. It represents your garden. You are tilling your garden. You're putting the soil down. You're planting the seeds. You're going to start to grow for the remainder of the year. So let's get out of this fall and winter funk. Let's get into the spring and let's be inspired. Okay, so 2 days of that. All right. So this is what's going to go into my Etsy shop. And it should be there by tonight. It may be even midnight, because now that I found that mistake, I need to change it. Okay. Now, okay. So the start of the video. Man, let me tell y'all what. Who is a bingo fanatic? Raise your hand. Who don't need to go to bingo because they trying to save their money? Raise your hand. But who wants to play bingo anyway with their money? Raise your hand. All right, guys. You said you. You said you. I said, okay, I got you. Ah! Yes, I am adding this, guys, to my Friday night lineup. So this is Sinking Fund Bingo. Sinking Fund Bingo. It's a randomized way to save. So this is a nice little kit. It's going to be on my Etsy shop Friday night. Like I said, y'all give me till midnight, 11:59 p.m. I got to get off from work and I'm on call. Don't forget that. But this is a randomized way to save. I love me some bingo, y'all. I don't know about you, but I love me some bingo. And my thing about it was, I was like, what's going to help me save my money and do it in a fun way? Well, y'all, bingo will do it for me. Bingo. So let me show you guys what you're going to get. And let me explain it along the way. Okay, so what you're going to get is you're going to get this dashboard. If anything I learned in the budgeting community, you got to have 2 different size dashboards for you folks. So I am providing you with the bigger one and the little one. So I think this is A5 and this is A6. So whichever way you want to save. Now, granted, you may not need it, but I also know that there are some people out there that when they play these games, they decide, hey, I'm going to just put it all in one spot and then I'm going to allocate it out. So no problem. So I gave you these dashboards, okay? Now, it says right here, if you're a fan of bingo, then you'll love Sinking Fund Bingo. It is a randomized way to save. So we have some bingo boards here, and it says each bingo board provides a uniquely fun way to randomly save towards your sinking fund goals. You can play $1 a row and $2 of bingo, or however much your funds will allow. Designate your sinking fund or use the designated fund listed where applicable. Additionally, a bingo board grid has been provided to help with a more randomized bingo. You can always modify how you see fit. Remember that with any challenge, guys, you can always modify. Let me get this in screen. How you see fit, my blind butt. So you can modify any challenge the way you see fit because it's your challenge once you purchase it, okay? You just can't change this because we got it locked in. But anyway, all right. And however you choose to play and save, just remember to have fun. Saving should be fun. You know, I think we've made saving so unfun that we need to bring back fun. Make things fun again. There you go. All right, so this is the sheet that, this is actually the second page since this is the dashboard. On the second page, what I have here is, it's just a weekly play. Like I said, I plan to add this to my fun on Friday nights. And I'm going to try to save $50 towards various sinking funds. That's how I plan to build up my sinking funds, whether they're high priority or low priority. It just depends on where I stand for the week. But each week, each week I write down the total amount I'm saving because this money's going to go to different accounts, okay? Right? I mean, well, different funds. And then at the end of the month, I'm able to total up how much did I play with. This is the total amount that I saved within my funds, all right? And so there are 5 weeks because sometimes they're depending on how you get paid, how you do things, how you want to do things. There's either 5 weeks in a month. If you do by Fridays or Saturdays, say you want to do this on one particular day, then there's five, it could be 5 days in that month, or 5 of those Thursdays, or 5 of those Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So however you choose, there is at least five weeks on here. And so isn't that awesome? It takes you all the way down here to the end of the year. Now, I don't have a grand total, guys. Y'all can add that up. But isn't it nice to know how much did I actually save for the month? Okay, guys. So the next one is the bingo board grid. So the bingo board grid, it just helps you have a more randomized way to save. Once again, you can do the games as you want with your die, but this allows you to utilize 2 die and what place to go to, okay? It's still random. Remember, everything's random as it can be, okay? And you are always able to just kind of say, hey, I don't want to use that. I'm going to use this, or I'm going to do it the way I want to do. But this gets you there. So we got the bingo board grid. And a lot of you may know this because this is utilized a lot in the budget community. The grid is utilized a lot. All right, let's go to the next one. Next, we have close the bingo. This is played like shut the box, just a little differently. You know, I'm going to always add a twist to something. So most definitely, this is played like shut the box. But once again, it's more along the lines of you have your legend down here. You use 1 die. You're going to put a number by each of the die. Of course, you're going to use you're going to use 5 of the 6 numbers. So however you want to do it, you're going to list over here to the side which of the, which of the sinking funds you have that you're going to be saving for. So most definitely that is, let me make sure it's in screen. Okay, so most definitely this is another fun way to save 5 different sinking funds, however much you want. This could be one game you play the whole time, or it could be like, I'm only going to contribute so much money to this board and I'm going to go to the next board. All right, so the next board is Classic Bingo. Yes, Classic Bingo. Once again, you're looking at this board. You can use the bingo board, but for this one, actually, you're able to go out online, okay? You go online. You can either use an app or you're going to use a bingo number generator. And this is balls number 1 through 80. It says it right down here, so it makes it a little easier for you. And so all it's going to do is randomly generate balls. And you're like, well, Tara, with the same balls on there all the time, how is this going to work? Well, have you won the Powerball yet? I haven't. So that's how many numbers can be randomly generated from a little bit of balls there. And how this one works, which is really fun, is you're looking at what sinking fund you're going to contribute to. If you get a bingo at so many different balls. So you know how they play in bingo, like, hey, we're going to start off, if you get a bingo within this amount, you get this $1,000 jackpot. And once you get past that amount, it starts going down, okay? So here it goes. Same thing. Hey, what is this? If I get a bingo in 5 balls, I doubt it. But if I get a bingo using the random generator in 5 balls, then I'm going to save this amount to this fund. 6 to 10 balls, this amount to this fund. 11 to 15, this amount to this fund. And greater than 15, this amount to this fund. So you know what? You can use this board the whole time to play whatever you want, or you can move on to the next board. Galaxy Bingo. Look at this, y'all. Look. All of this matches. I'm going to tell you, I am not new to this. I'm true to these colors. I am true to colors because this is my life. I said I'm a Gemini, okay? So Galaxy Bingo. Once again, this is one that's going to utilize the bingo grid. And how this one actually works, it's an even and odd type of situation. So we have the numbers 1 through 6 on this board, all right? 1 through 6. So you can decide, I don't want to do that, Tara. I don't want to use the bingo grid. Just use that one-sided, use that one die, that 6-sided die. You got that? I say 6-sided, but it's 6-number die. But anyway, you use that and you can, whatever you get, you scratch it off. And how this one goes is whatever you get, whether you use a grid or this, you cross off the number and you're going to save to whatever funds you have listed. So you list a fund under even and a fund under odd. You decide the amount you're going to save for each of the numbers you cross off. And once again, like all of these, you decide how much the bingo is going to be. For me, I've already put on there, save $1, save $2. This is low fund way. You can up the ante as much as you want. And so then the other thing is you are able to play this, all your money on this board, or go to the next board. Okay. All right. This is lovely. I love it. So this board here is a roll to spend, save, pay, a bingo. So what this is we're starting to get into the specific funds that this is going to go to. Have you ever been like, man, I want a little more money this week in my cash wallet. I wish I had a little more money, but I have this and I need to save it. Well, why worry about all that? Why don't you take that little bit of money, come over here to this bingo board, and you can decide when you do it according to the grid or however you want, once again, to get the bingo, but this says use the grid. You're going to do that. You're going to roll. Anytime you get a fire dollar, you're going to spend that money. Anytime you get these little, this money in a money bag, you're going to save that money. And anytime you get this little credit card, you're going to pay that bill. So that's what it goes to. It helps you kind of decide where your money's going to go. Whether you have a little bit of money or a lot of bit of extra money, you can use this to help you decide, are you going to spend it? Are you going to say it? Or are you going to save it? Or are you going to pay? And if you say, hey, I got a little more money, I'm going to move to the next board. This one I'm going to have to play for you guys for you to understand. This is called Lightning Bingo. This is for your emergency funds. The emergency funds are listed down here. Okay, they're car maintenance, utilities, or month ahead fund, your emergency fund, education fund, and home repair fund. And so how you play this is an outer board game. All right, so the outer board game, you're going to have your little thing. Say you have, like I use a little Monopoly card. You have your little Monopoly card, place it in where you want to start. I'm going to start on the lightning bolt. I'm going to take my die and I'm just going to roll it. Say I roll a 5, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I land on this little icon here. That means I put that money towards that particular fund, okay? And so then let's say I roll my die again and I roll a 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I hit a lightning bolt. Now we're going to do lightning bingo. What lightning bingo is we come into the bingo board. All right, so you come into the bingo board. Down here, you're going to label what number you're doing for your B, your I, your N, your G, and your O. Okay, that's what you are going to do. You're going to label, you're going to say 1 through 6. Remember, 1 through 6, but only get 5. You're going to put that number there. And so you're just going to roll. You're just going to keep rolling. And so let's say that the car itself is a 4 and you roll. Every time you get a 4, you're going to mark that off. Every time you get a 4, you're going to mark that off. And so it's a race to who's going to get the bingo, right? So whatever number you got, you set for these, you mark it off. And whichever one gets marked off first, that fund gets the bingo pot. Okay? That fund gets the bingo pot. So remember, you got $1. Well, for me, it's $1 for everything that I land on or cross off. Not for this. You don't do the $1 for this, just on the south side. So $1 goes to the fund and $2 goes to the bingo. But once again, down here, you can save as much as you want. Okay, save as much as you want. And then you say, I want to play this once, Tara, and then you want to do what? Move to the next board. This is my original bingo. It is in my summer vacation kit, my pool fund kit, my thing that I did for myself to help me save originally. It is Beach Ball Bingo. This one doesn't have the numbers on it to save. Once again, it comes down to whatever number you land on, right? What number, or not number, I apologize, what ball you land on, that's what you're going to save to. This is for your vacation fund and your staycation fund. This lets you know how much you're going to save towards each. And once again, all of these use the grid, using the bingo board grid. You can do that, or you could do it however you want, however you see fit. Remember, you got to get a bingo. The bingo goes to, well, you don't have to, depending on how much money you allot to the board. But the bingo, of course, goes to the fund of the last icon that you landed on, okay? So you like, yeah, Tara, yeah, I like that. My little vacation, my staycation. And then you're like, but I got a little extra money left over. So we're going to do what, y'all? Move to the next board. We're going to celebrate these bingos, y'all. We're going to celebrate these bingos. This is a fun little shut the box type of situation. And how you play this is you're going to, once again, it's called Celebrate the Bingo. It's an any occasion randomizer savings game. And so this is for those little off holidays and stuff, maybe those birthdays, special occasions and things that you want to save for. And you're like, once again, I got so many funds, but I want to save towards all of these sinking funds. What we gonna do, we gonna come over here and we're gonna save either for Father's Day, which I need to use this one because I got a little bit of money in Father's Day and it's coming up. So we got Father's Day, Mother's Day, which this one comes before that, but we always save money for Mother's Day. Surprise, birthday, and any special occasion like New Year's, anniversaries, things like that. So once again, pardon me, guys, you can use the bingo board grid to do this. It's played a little differently, so I'm going to have to show you guys. You have to look at the video to see how this is actually going to be played. But what you do is you're going to label the occasion. The number of the occasion, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to number it, okay? And then you have your bingo, okay? So when you use the grid on this one, you're going to roll. And if it tells you, let's say you do surprise is a 1, and it tells you B1, you're going to go over here to 1, and then you're going to cross off the B, and you save one, whatever it is, however much you denominate it towards that particular letter you cross off, you save it to that fund, to the surprise fund, okay? That's what you do. But once again, you're going to have to see me play this so you can understand how it goes. So what? Move to the next bingo board. So this one is, if you didn't follow me in February, you just don't know I'm all about self-love and hugs and bingo. So once again, this is played like the other ones where you're going to utilize the bingo board. You save according to the icon. You're either going to be saving towards your self-care fund or you're going to be saving towards health and wellness, okay? So anywho, that's what you'll do. And for this one, it's just very simple, very basic. So once again, we're getting into the more specific. We're saving towards these funds. It's fall, y'all. All right. So we're getting more specific towards we're saving towards these funds. Okay. So you're like, you can spend all your money on this board, or you can what? Move to the next bingo board. And it's fall, y'all. Ah! Oh my God. I love this because fall is all about the sports. Well, and the lattes and pumpkin spice. There you go. So this is a great way to save for various holidays. You can save for fall festivals, Halloween, or Thanksgiving. You're utilizing the bingo board. At this point, I think you guys know how to play this. You're going to most definitely save whatever amount you've designated for each icon that you have, that you cross off, and whatever for the bingo. So if you are like, you know what, fall's not my thing, and I don't want to spend my money on that board, you're going to move on to this last board, and there you go. It's Jingle Bingo. I tried to make it rhyme. So it's Jingle Bingo. All right. And Jingle Bingo is most definitely a Christmas thing. Ooh. And so you're like, well, but Tara, why do I have 3 things to save for Christmas? Because y'all, we save for gifts, but do we ever save for festivities and dinner? Okay, we don't want all that mixed up together. So what you can do is you can utilize this board. Man, this is the one that I see myself not doing I see myself doing $1. But some of you guys may decide, no, I got a little bit of money here, and I am going to save this little $5 here on every one that I cross off. But either way, if whatever you cross off, if you cross off the Santa, you are going to save it towards a gift. You cross off your bill, you're going to save it towards festivities. And if you cross off your cup, you're going to save it towards dinner. I could have made it a plate, but I like cocoa. So either way, there you go. You have all these. You have 10 boards for bingo to use to bingo. If you don't like the fund, you can make the fund yours. You can just write a fund off to the side. You can do whatever you want. But guys, this is sinking fund bingo, a randomized way to save. You have yourself some fun. You understand that? You have yourself some fun. This is going to be in the Etsy shop Friday night, March 31st, y'all. Oop. This is going to be in the Etsy shop Friday night, March 1st, 2024. Go buy yourself a copy. Download it, print it out on 65-pound paper, and have yourself some bingo fun. All right, guys, I appreciate you staying to the end of the video. If you like this type of content, don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and save the day. I'll see you in my next video.